इधर ईरान के हमलों के बीच तेल अवीव में हमारे सहयोगी मधुरेंद्र कुमार ने स्थानीय निवासियों और जो अधिकारी हैं उनसे बातचीत की। वो क्या कुछ कह रहे हैं, आइए आपको सुनवाते हैं।
हमारे साथ इम्पैक्ट साइट पे बातचीत करने के लिए यहाँ इजराइल पुलिस के इंटरनेशनल स्पोक्सपर्सन हैं। The impact is very huge and the area is residential. I am looking at the behind there is one school also. How big is the impact is and how the Iranian missile has hit there, passing all the air defenses.
Listen, I can break this down into a few things, but the most important part is that once again, time and time again, we've seen the pattern here. Residential communities being targeted by the Iranian terror regime. They have no problem killing their own civilians. Obviously, they have no problem targeting their neighbors or our own. Severe damage was caused here today, right adjacent to this building. This damage you're seeing is just from the blast of the damage. Now, luckily, there's no fatalities from this location. There were 6 to 7 that were medically evacuated in a light condition. According to the medical sources, the number is dynamic. Of course, the scene's ongoing. But in terms of interceptions, my job as a police officer, my job is to arrive at these scenes. And together with you, the scenes that we've been arriving to and that we need to emphasize to the world is that it's residential communities, it's holy sites in Jerusalem, it's playgrounds. This is what the Iranian regime is targeting. And the reason that the Israel Air Force, the Israel Defense Forces, the United States are working so hard together in Iran is not just to free the Iranian people of their regime that rained terror on them and on everybody around them for decades. It's in order to make sure that things like this don't reach New York City, they don't reach Sydney, they don't reach Berlin or Paris.
So do you think that it's a high time that the war should be continued because there is lots of talk that the ceasefire could also happen? But against the ceasefire, there is a huge impact. I'm looking behind me and there are lots of scenes created by the Iranian impact. Last night, 2 to 3 major missile hit happened from hyperspace.
My job is not to see the future, it's not to give assessments of the future. My job is to deal with the reality on the ground. And that's that today, right now, we're standing at an impact site where Iranian regime has targeted our civilians. We're going to stay ready. We're going to still respond to any site our civilians need us.
So how are you prepared for the future course? Because there's lots of missiles coming and there's no ceasefire. So we'll have to be prepared for more situations like this.
Our Israel police forces are very prepared. We prepared for months prior to this and weeks prior to this, strengthening our connection with the other security forces and rescue workers so that we could speak the same language. When we arrive at scenes like this, we work very quickly. We have one goal, and that's to save lives as fast as possible. Many times, at scenes like this, you can find people who are trapped underneath rubble, and time is of the essence.
There are lots of houses, there is no bunker inside. Like the behind house, there is no bunker. So there is a crucial situation that there is no bunker and the siren is ringing. So we would like to sensitize people more that they rush towards the bunker when the siren is on.
In buildings where there's no protected shelter, we tell people there's other solutions. You can go to the staircase of the building, you can go to nearby protected spaces, but they need to continue listening to the instructions from the Home Front Command as they happen, and that's the reason we're seeing such low fatality rate, even though, of course, just one fatality is one too many.
Thanks for talking to me. तो यही स्थिति इस वक्त है हमारे ठीक पीछे आप देख रहे हैं ऑपरेशन अभी भी जारी है और इस तरह की स्थिति के बीच जो है इजराइल पुलिस अपनी बातों को अपने पक्ष को हमारे साथ साझा कर रहे हैं। तेल अवीव से मधुरेंद्र कुमार। तेल अवीव में हमारे ठीक पीछे चल रहा है ऑपरेशन जहां पर ईरानी मिसाइल ने हिट किया है। यहाँ स्थानीय लोग भी हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए हैं। हाउ वाज द मोमेंट व्हेन यू लिसन द ह्यूज लाउड साउंड एंड अनएक्सपेक्टेडली द बिल्डिंग वाज हिट बाय Iranian missile?
It was something very, very strange. It was very, very close. After a few seconds, we understand that it's happened in our area, just beside of us. And after a few minutes, the public over here in this area start to send messages in the WhatsApp that something is happening just over here in the street. We came out, we see a lot of the fire came from cars that explode over here in the street. We see many houses that they are explode and there is a lot of damage to many, many houses. And, you know, everybody should understand that the Iranians don't care where they send the missiles. They send it to places that they are old people, young people. It's not a military over here. There is nothing special over here. It's just it's a town. It's completely a town. There is a school just behind those buildings that the missile is fall. and we can understand that if it was a time that kids go to school, many kids exactly in this hour could be dead, just could be dead.
This is a very horrific situation that you people are listening the sound of missile and going towards the bunker, but nobody expect that this kind of interception failure will happen and air defense will fail and such kind of devastation will happen. So it's a very tragic and very scary situation, I think.
Yes, of course that it's scary. Okay, we are living in scary from 7th of October. I can tell you that I'm a family of hostages that was in Gaza. I'm the cousin of Shiri Bibas and the two kids, the two orange kids, Ariel and Kfir Bibas, and we are from the same day. We are living in a tragedy until now. And I want to say to all the public, even in India, that it doesn't matter who you are, okay? The radical Islam could hurt you, even over there in India, even everywhere in the world, okay? Because they want to be the owner of the world. And that's the reason. That's the reason that we need to finish the radical Islam anywhere in the world, anywhere.
तो इस युद्ध के पीछे एक आम इजरायली क्या सोचता है, इनकी बातों से आप समझ सकते हैं किस तरह से 7 अक्टूबर से लेकर आज तक जंग का मैदान ये इजराइल बना हुआ है और इस वक्त की जो मौजूदा स्थिति है उसे हम ग्राउंड जीरो से दिखा रहे हैं और आम लोगों से बातचीत भी कर रहे हैं। तेल अवीव से मधुरेंद्र कुमार, न्यूज़ नेशन के लिए। हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए पुलिस स्पोक्सपर्सन हैं। द इम्पैक्ट इज ह्यूज एंड द रेजिडेंशियल एरिया इज हियर, वी आर लुकिंग बिहाइंड, दैट इज हिट। हाउ द पिक्चर इज एंड हाउ मेनी कैजुअलिटीज एंड इंजर्ड एंड व्हाट द सिचुएशन वुड लाइक टू डिस्क्राइब इट अस।
Hello. So what we can see here, it's one missiles that impact this road. It's make a very big casualties to the building around. We understand it's something like 100 kilogram of warhead of the missile. No one actually injured, because everybody was safe in the place safe.
The impact area is very huge. I am looking at the many buildings have been hit from the ground to the top. So it's a kind of fragment munition or the warhead. What kind of ammunition is this?
All kind of this ammunition have a fragmentation,
yeah.
But you can see the damage close to the area of the explosion, not something more serious.
Yeah. So how much time it will take to handle the situation, because there is huge rush and the impact is absolutely looking very huge.
No, in Israel we regular to deal with this kind of incident, and I think it's to the end of the day, everything will be clean. I think so.
तो इजराइल में इस तरह के हालात लगातार पैदा होते हैं और इससे डील करने की आदत हो गई है, ऐसा बता रहे हैं यहाँ के अधिकारी। ग्राउंड जीरो से मधुरेंद्र कुमार, न्यूज़ नेशन। इस वक्त हम घटनास्थल में मौजूद हैं और हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए यहाँ पर स्थानीय अधिकारी हैं जो रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन में लगे हुए हैं। सर, द एरिया इज रेजिडेंशियल एंड द ह्यूज इम्पैक्ट इज लुकिंग एट द बिल्डिंग्स। हाउ मच इम्पैक्ट इज, हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव इंजर्ड एंड हाउ वुड लाइक टू टेल अबाउट दिस ऑल इंसिडेंट?
Injured only two. The damage is huge. We didn't finish to determine who is who and what is what. And we are used to, unfortunately, this kind of things frequently, events like this. I hope it will be finished someday.
There was hope of ceasefire yesterday, but from tonight there is huge impact from Haifa to Tel Aviv. There are lots of missile attacks and we are looking the warheads and munition on the ground and this kind of impact. So how could you describe it?
Maybe I didn't understand. What did you question?
I'm asking that there was hope of ceasefire, but there is no ceasefire. There is multiple attacks.
There was also a huge victory and we saw the end.
So ये स्थिति इस वक्त है ग्राउंड पर, जो कि हम अधिकारियों से बातचीत कर रहे हैं और यहाँ की भी स्थिति से आपको रूबरू करा रहे हैं। तेल अवीव से मधुरेंद्र कुमार, न्यूज़ नेशन के लिए।
मैं इस वक्त उस मकान में हूँ जहाँ पर तबाही के दृश्य यहाँ लोगों ने अपनी आंखों से देखा है। How was the impact and how big sound was when you listened this ballistic missile hit just behind you?
It was a big boom. You know, all the house moved, and then you saw the debris everywhere, and the only thing that I thought is what a very narrow gap is between life and death, because all my bedroom was ruined. Just 10 seconds before I left my bedroom running to the shelter. And I just thought, if I missed 10 seconds, what would have happened? And as long as just money and damage, it's one thing. But when it comes to loss of life, and I don't know, because all this building that you see is our friends and neighbors, and I just don't know what happened to them. I hope nothing happened.
It's a very devastating situation. We could understand in war. The residential areas are being hit, and particularly where the people are living peacefully, they are also not aloof from this kind of incident, this kind of tragedy.
Yeah, because you in a way you also feel like it's a weird, feeling, because like intrusion to your personal perimeter. Yeah, but I don't know. I hope things will come to quiet situation. It's so sad that in what happened in our region is that it's. I feel strange to say, that peace comes, because what happened is that we lost faith that it's possible, although we would like to have it very strongly, but sadly this is not the case.
तो जाहिर तौर पे देखिए, प्रत्यक्षदर्शी बता रहे हैं कि किस तरह से जीवन और मौत के बीच जो है चंद सेकंड्स का फासला था, और किस तरह से वे इस पूरे ही हमले को और स्थिति को देख रहे हैं। तेल अवीव से मधुरेंद्र कुमार, न्यूज़ नेशन के लिए।
आपके मोबाइल पर तुरंत आएगी ब्रेकिंग न्यूज। स्क्रीन पर सबसे पहले दिखेगी बड़ी खबर। देश दुनिया की हर खबर एक जगह। अब आपके मोबाइल पर तुरंत फटाफट इंस्टॉल कीजिए न्यूज़ नेशन ऐप और रखिए खुद को अपडेट।